Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here on Saturday night / Sunday morning, I guess, if you're that far ahead. And we are going to watch a Mayhem versus Legionnaires game tonight. So thanks for coming along for the ride. I have my co-caster Xandria here with me, and he's going to tell us all about these bans.
All right, so Mayhem has banned Tanker, and Legionnaires has banned Downfall.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and I think that Legionnaires, because if I remember right, they like to play Downfall, but I don't think they like to deal with snipers, which Mayhem has a good amount of. So I think that's why that one's banned. Be my safest bet, at least. I know when we played them last season, we got absolutely wrecked by their sniper. And we are getting our first map up right now, and it is going to be Quarantine. So you can take out the longest range map, but you can't take out all the long range maps, and Quarantine is definitely still going to give their sniper a little bit of usability. What's the word I'm looking for? Viability? I don't know. Sniper's going to be relevant. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and with this being the third week of the season, that means RPGs and grenade launchers will be in effect.
Yeah, and we saw 2 M203 kills earlier today on Quarantine, and let me tell you, it was completely unexpected. I was not ready for it. Honestly, my first thought was, how did he shoot him to make his C4 go off on his chest? And then I was like, wait a minute, they have 203s.
Yeah, I saw that. That was definitely brutal.
Yeah, and they were both very good shots too. I mean, so it's definitely going to change some of the meta. Although I think the 2 kills I saw were actually at the end of the round on both of those rounds. So they kind of held on to that 203 as long as possible, and then used it when they knew they had a clean shot. I don't know. It's not how I would use it. I'd personally be trying to get like a multi-kill with it or something, but I also don't use it very often. So. And they are restricted to 1 per team. That is the league rule currently.
That is correct. Which is sort of a bummer, but I can see why they did it.
I don't know if that applies to smoke grenades. I think it does. I think it's 1 203 total, not 1 frag 203 and 1 smoke 203. But I'm not 100% sure on that. The rulings might be a little weird. But we have the match page pulled up, so let's go over that. Right now we have Mayhem on the left, which previously known as Stone Cold Killers, rebranded, new team, new name, Defilade, James Boak, Potato Bot, Technic, Let Wookie Win, and Real It's Not Here. He needs to come up with a shorter name. It's very long. Legionnaires, same lineup mostly. They have Kagan, DMT, Meowgi, Raider, Mayho, Mr. Sirius, and Eric. I believe Mayho is their only new pickup. He came from Spanish something, I think? Question mark. I believe there was a team.
Spanish Union?
Spanish Union, that's what I was looking for. Yep.
Yeah.
So he is a new player for Legionnaires. But all good players on both teams. So we should have a pretty good fight out. The last couple of times these teams have duked it out. SEK won back in Season 4. Then they lost. And then in Season 6, they lost. And in Season 7, they lost. So it's been a lot of back and forth. The score lines are pretty tight. Recently, last game they played was 8-9. So we'll see. And this was not a challenge match tonight, correct?
I don't believe it was.
It's not.
No, it was not.
Well, either way, there's definitely going to be some grudges had here because they are very close, and I think Mayhem wants to come out swinging and show that their new team, rebranded team, is still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and going back to the M203, I just read through the rules, and there's no real exception for smoke grenades, so I believe that one per team would apply no matter what you're shooting out of it.
That's what I thought. We have everyone in the lobby, so the lineups today are Defilade, Wookie, Potato Bot, James Bowick, and Technic on the Mayhem side, and Kagan, Raider, Eric, DMT, and Meowgi on the Legionnaires side. And we are playing on the current build. I know if you watched this morning, you saw a couple of weird things. That's because we were playing on the older build, because both of those teams preferred it because of the shields and the weird IK that happens sometimes. So we are now on the new build, and our fancy lasers are team colored. So we will get those out when we get to probably when it's close to the end of a round, when there's like one member left sneaking around, and then on the smaller maps as well. Which I'm not sure if we will actually see smaller maps. What do you think about the maps? Have you looked at the history here? What are you predicting we're gonna see?
I was just looking at that. We don't have a lot to go on Mayhem. They might try to throw out a cargo or something like that, but let's see Legionnaires. With Tanker being out and Downfall being out, boy, that doesn't give me a lot to go on.
I think we're definitely gonna see some Bazaar. I know both these teams like it.
Yeah.
Legionnaires has played it a ton. 205 rounds played on Bazaar, and 157 for Mayhem. So that's a lot of game time right there. But for that third map, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna say Suburbia. It's gonna to be safe. I mean, you got your long range, then you'll have Bazaar, and then you want your short range. That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm hoping this goes all the way to a third map decider.
Maybe we could see a real curveball and see like a subway.
I'm down for any night map at this point. I love them. Okay, I was saying earlier on the cast this morning, I have been playing all the new night maps. After the update, they look beautiful, and the night vision is great. The only issue I have is that if you get flashes are terrible right now. Like they last forever. But in night vision, they are even worse.
Yeah, you get that initial like complete blindness, and you go to like a mostly blind phase that really hangs on for a while.
Yeah, it's a good change though. I definitely think it puts more emphasis into the use of flashbangs and good placement. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they slightly shrunk the area of effect on the flashbangs to compensate for the amount of time, but I don't know that for sure. It's just a feeling that I have from playing.
Yeah, we'd have to do a study on that one to know for certain.
Yeah, who volunteers to get blinded multiple times so we can just like walk backwards and place grenades on the ground until we figure out how far away we can be?
I'm sure somebody will go for it.
There are some nifty changes on Quarantine Night compared to Quarantine Day, though. The guardrails on the street at the backside on the far east are not there. So you can just run across the street. You don't have to worry about going around them, which is kind of nice. And some other things. I definitely recommend playing some of the night maps and learning them. They feel very different. And I think they make Volk have less of an advantage than they normally do. But we're not playing a night map right now. We're playing Quarantine Day. And we are waiting on somebody. They were all here, and now they're not.
So while we're waiting, do you want to get into predictions?
Well, you know, I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I'm gonna say that Defilade is gonna have the highest kills on the Mayhem side. That's a certainty, in my opinion. I also predict that we will see multiple prone Legionnaires. At least 3 per round. We will see at least 3 prone Legionnaires.
Okay.
But as for who's gonna win or points wise, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to see how these teams come out from the start because I haven't played. Well, we played Legionnaires, but we had already won, so I'm not gonna really gauge that as a valid comparison. So, but I haven't played Mayhem this season. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really close match. That's what I'm hoping for. That's why we pick these games, right? We want close matches that are like down to the wire, nail biters.
So I've really been trying to work on my ability to predict the outcome. And in the interest of keeping myself honest, I'm going to say that Mayhem is going to win this map.
By how many points?
Oh, we're not worried about that.
They're just going to win overall this map.
They're just going to win. Yep.
All right. I think you're probably right. I think Mayhem is going to win this one. And if after this cast you do not have enough Onward action for your weekend, we will have more casts coming up tomorrow. Let me take a look at those real quick. I know there were a ton of games tomorrow. We're running all 3 channels tomorrow. Wow. All right, so tomorrow, first game of the day, first 2 games of the day, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have Boss Fight versus Vikings on Onward Master League 1 with Sleepy and Noman. And then on Onward Master League 2, we have Phantoms versus Big Red 1 with me and Xandria again. And I believe that is Phantom's first cast ever in the entirety of their being on the VRML. So you should definitely stop in and watch.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. That's what they told me. I mean, they're EU, so I guess they play different times. I don't even know. I'm looking at their team right now, and I only know like 2 or 3 of these people on their team at all. So
yeah, they only came into the league last season, and no, they have not been casted.
And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, there's Ember versus Lords of War, which should be a banger on Onward Master League 1, and that's Nightfire and Chatting Parrot. At 9 p.m. Eastern, we've got Animal House and Danglers on Onward Master League 2 with me. And also at 9 p.m., we have Mob Squad versus Space Force on Onward Master League 3 with Sleepy and TFH. So a lot of Onward going on late tomorrow evening. Definitely pick one of those channels or all of those channels. I'm sure someone will drop a multi-stream in at some point so that you can watch. But yeah, show up, support your favorite teams, throw those biddies in chat, throw your predictions in chat, use those fancy emotes and the subscriptions. And that is it. I have no idea what is taking these teams so long.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder myself.
They were all here. So, who did we lose? I don't remember. But we're going to try and figure out what's going on. So we are going to send you over to an intermission because I've been talking for a while and I need to save my voice for the weekend. So we'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. All right, the teams are here, and we are hopping into round 1 on map 1. Legionnaires on defense. Is that smoke gonna make it where he needs to go? The second one is not very helpful, but the first one was all right. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be super helpful. They're really struggling here to get these on the street. Eric just holding one and running with it. A lot of utility use that's not even necessary, but they don't know that. But I mean, the Mayhem spawned on the north side, so there wasn't even anyone at that street when they could have crossed it. A pre-fire coming out from Technic from the burning center, trying to catch anyone that's crossing.
I like this 2-2-1 split from Mayhem. They're sort of sending 2 up the north and the south, and then 1 up the middle.
Yeah, it's definitely a good play. And that north, the ones on the north, man, are way up there. I like it.
I got 2 smokes on me.
If the ones in the south can hold the attention, the 2 in the north can really wreak some havoc from the side and the back.
North was wide open for Def and I.
Def have the sniper?
Stay there.
I just found a dirty angle. I wonder if you can shoot through here. Here, let me bind it for you. You can pop to my 1. But through the back of that truck, is that a doable angle? Because that is super dirty. Def laid with his sniper and a drone, trying to get
clear on the. I'm sorry. Who's that clear on the objective? Like looking back at that angle. Keenan.
Kagan, yeah. Oh, he's looking right at it. The sniper shots are coming out. Kagan's pre-firing it. Kagan took a shot. Gets his needle out. Oh, and there he goes down. DMT's there to revive him, though. No! But Kagan gets finished off by Deflade. DMT all alone on the objective now. Raider trying to pick up those people in the north. From inside the hotel. I'm trapped in the hotel. One of the Mayhem boys is up on the roof now, and the other 2 on the south haven't really moved a whole lot. Let's get a little bird's eye view here. We've got 1 member in the dunes on the defense, 1 member in the what do you call it, turbine garage, southeast. Oh, and they cross on the north side. James putting down more suppressing fire from the center burning on the hotel. Finally ran out of that drum mag. Still got 1 on the north. Defilade rotating back away from his north cross, but they did get 1 member over to the far west east side. That's the east.
Yeah, and he could definitely move a lot further to the east. Nobody expects you to be back there.
And if the person in hotel doesn't take a look at him, oh, Potato Bot picking up Eric.
One on South Dunes.
Eric.
No, I don't know. He's not down. He's not down yet. He's wounded. Say
Yeah, that's
again.
putting us into a
straight to my
5 to
12.
3.5.
Good communication coming out from James and whoever that just was, Potato Bot, that took him down.
Yeah, I've definitely been hearing a lot of really good communications from Mayhem, and that's just absolutely vital in this game.
Miyagi tucked in on this. I don't remember this garage here being as tight as it was, but he picks up Potato Bot on the cross. I don't remember this being like super crouched to get in there.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. And that barrel wasn't there either.
James has to know he's there. He had to have heard those call outs, but he's not looking over there. Ah, Miyagi gets him too. And just like that, we go from a 5v3 to a 3v3.5. Wookie giving away his position on the north side, picking up Miyagi on a cross. DMT knows he's there now. Oh, Deflate's running in with his tablet out. DMT takes him down. Raider takes down Technic. It's all up to Wookie now.
Where's his downed teammate?
In the courtyard just east of Glass.
Oh, he's not getting that revive.
Yeah, that's not happening. And he's very exposed. I mean, he's going to have to run past Raider. DMT finds him and takes him down, and Legionnaires takes the first point. That went south very, very quickly for Mayhem. I thought they had that.
Yeah, the setup was beautiful, but it just, execution, it just... Where exactly do you think it went wrong?
I'd have to say once they started getting picked off in the south, because they lost one going for confirmation, and then they lost the other one to the same guy in the garage. So Miyagi took out both of the ones in the south. And so after that, I think the one Wookie had to give away his position to get shots off to take Miyagi down as he crossed back. Otherwise, he would have had to deal with multiple people on the objective. But that just left him high and dry on the northeast side of Motel with no help to cover him. And then the rush to objective was a little questionable. I don't really understand that. I don't know if they had called out that it was clear. They might have, because they had taken down the one on objective. And I don't think that anyone had seen DMT after that, because Deflate was the one that shot him with the sniper. He shot the guy that was next to him. And I think after that he rotated away. So maybe they thought it was clear, because they had a decent idea where everyone else was. Everyone else on the team had shot. So they should have had a decent idea where they were. That one player that you hold back and you say, your job is to just be quiet and hide and just be here for when someone comes. I
kind of feel like the... Oh, and here we go into another round.
Round number 2. Map 1.
But there's 2 on objective. I just needed to spray in the objective. It's alright, dude. I just move on.
Legionnaires spawning on the south street, so we're gonna see if Mayhem gets these smokes out where they need to be. That was an impressive grenade throw, but it's not helpful. They're crossing under fire. Nope. Wookie backed out of that one.
And Zarek is just running down the street like a madman.
Yelling and crossing the street does not increase your chances of crossing the street. And now there is a huge gap in the middle of these smokes. James is going across to get his teammate revived. Oh, but Eric finishes the down teammate off. That was an impressive shot, because he was behind smoke. One member of Mayhem across, one member down. Potato Bot in the center, and Technic in the hotel, and Defilade all the way on the north. Yep, that's Defilade. Way in the north. Not a spot that I would assume a defender would be at, so that might cost Legionnaires a couple people from the north approach, depending on how wide they go. Right now, they don't seem like they're going that way.
Kind of looks like Marsok's just sort of holding tight and assessing They don't look like they're really planning on moving that quickly.
You know, I think I've seen on this objective, I think that I've seen more aggressive, overwhelming force and smoke plays cap this than trying to pick off everyone. Because everyone's so spread out on these defenses. Wow, that word came out wrong.
It happens. Yeah, I mean, there's so many angles. It's so exposed. You can come from, you know, a 360-degree angle from it. So there's so many angles that you have to cover, especially when you get down to just a few players left on defense.
Yeah, once you make it into that courtyard right in front of the objective, you're actually pretty safe if you're inside the wall. Then you just have to deal with the guy that's on objective. Looks like Kagan and Raider are just waiting for someone to peek. James gets Eric on the south side. Finishes him off with a nice double tap. And that position that James is in is also one of those, like, once you get a defender there, it's hard to get him back.
Yeah, you'd have to make that long cross across the street.
Shots are being traded, but nothing is landing. Defilade getting one in the north. Rotating back. He does have a pretty good line from where he's at past the that's not the camera I wanted, but if he looks over the tow trucks, that's what they're called now, that's a pretty decent way to stop a northern approach from glass. I mean, Defilade, just like I said, Defilade taking down Kagan right there. And Raider.
Ooh.
A double kill. That's 3 for Defilade. That nade, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man.
What, did he fumble a grenade
It went
over there?
backwards.
Okay. And where does that leave us? In a 4v1.
Where is the last... he's in the north. Yeah.
Yeah, by the Brinks trucks.
He probably has the drop on at least one of them. I'd say he could take out Defilade. But then he's going to have to rotate back. Oh, and he got seen. Mr. Miyagi now tucked in. He does get Defilade.
Thank God for that little hill right there.
I know, that is a very nice addition to this cross. You can get prone and cross most of that unopposed. There's been a lot of terrain changes in the last couple of updates, and getting to know them are super helpful. Is super helpful? Question mark.
Changes are helpful.
English is hard. So
Yes,
is
it is.
math. School was so years ago. Oh, Miyagi just crossing in the open, gets taken down by Technic, who's watching that. Defilade getting 3 kills there. Pretty decent showing for a guy way on the north, way off of objective. And it is now a tie game, 1-1.
Yeah, that was a really tough defense. They had a really nice line when there was about 4 left, just sort of lined up in a row on the east side there, that there was really no approach from the west that wasn't covered.
Here's this objective. I hear it. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find it. Now going to the north wing roof courtyard objective. I want to say that I'm going to see a cap here. I don't know which side it's going to be on.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a very capable objective. There's a few angles there that you can cap from that you know, if you're not ready for it, you may not even know it's possible. And if you're like one person remaining, there's just no way to really defend all the angles.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, do you overextend yourself and get those picks on positions that they won't expect you from, or do you huddle up real close to objective and make them come to you, but then they can take over basically the entire map at that point? You know, which way is safer? How do you want to play it? Round number 3.
And they have crater spawn, what used to be the crater, and I will still continue to call the crater.
Yeah, I don't think it's been renamed. I don't think there's a good name for it now. See what the Legionnaires defense does.
Northeast spawn, that's just lame.
Miyagi seeing somebody. I can't even read the name. He's so far away. Technic, and he takes him down with a headshot. Miyagi abandoning his spot, though, before he gets a line on Wookiee. He definitely would have seen him as well. Got one member. We got Raider in the center burning. Eric in the roof courtyard. And where is the last one? DMT is actually watching the south approach. That early pick seemed to have like stopped Mayhem in their tracks. They're all,
it really did.
They're just kind of huddled up on those tow trucks there. Oh, the drone is coming out. Where's it at? There it is. I found it. Following the drone. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Checking the west approach now. Should definitely have found Miyagi and Kagan, which should give Wookiee a decent idea of what he needs to shoot at from this north side here. Although he is going to have to deal with 2 defenders. That's not a prime location.
There's also one on the northwest stairs.
Just as he calls the guy out on the northwest stairs, that guy rotates away and is now in a different position. The rest of the team is slowly moving up. Defilade taking up the sniper's perch that we haven't seen in a while, but has been used a lot recently. We saw it this morning, and it got multiple kills. But maybe it's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Potato Bot giving James some covering smoke. Eric right here in the roof courtyard, though. Might be a problem.
There's a grenade coming back.
James reading his tablet, trading with Eric. and coming out ahead. That's a good trade right there. Except the guy that he's calling to revive him is dead.
So Mayhem down to 1.5 against the 4 Legionnaires. Not a good spot to be in.
Defilade could actually make this work. He sees the guy. He misses his shots, though. And that's going to be a problem. Oh, man. That was such a good rotation. He hits Raider with a couple of shots. Tries to cross back, and DMT finds him, though. The Legionnaires go up another point. Yeah, I don't know if going back for the res would have helped, honestly.
Probably not. That entire round just like stalled out. Like I was just waiting for something to happen, but nothing really did. And then it all happened. You know, and then
I don't know if...
But the offense definitely stalled out.
I don't know if SCK or Legionnaires, for that matter, are one of the teams that they do the timed offensives where they say we're not going to move until this time or whatever, and so it's all coordinated and whatnot.
Yeah, I do definitely appreciate those sort of plays. I mean, just the I guess the discipline of being that patient alone is worth noting, and it creates such a sense of doubt and anxiety in your opponent that then when everything does happen, you know, that you can just overwhelm them so well.
And also, I mean, it depends on the defenders too, right? If you can sit for 4 minutes and not get jumpy, you'll be fine. It won't matter. But if you sit for like 2 minutes and then you are like, I gotta go check this other corner because no one's coming this way, and then you run out and get shot, that's what they're betting on. They're banking on that.
And sometimes your defenders will get a little curious and come looking for you. And that can always play for your advantage as well.
Well, it's always fun to go hunting.
Oh, no doubt.
I don't know what's going on in chat, but the only person I see talking is Enigma, and it's amusing me. It's like he's talking to himself.
Oh, I got a Durafin and a Mirasil Dev.
Here we go into round number 4.
And Legionnaire is getting the furthest possible spawn for this objective.
I don't know if it's a bad spawn, though.
I mean, are there really any bad spawns?
No, I don't know. It depends. Depends on how you like to play, I think, is more what matters. It doesn't seem like anyone's called out the spawn yet, because Defilade ran all the way to the north, which is slightly concerning because they are moving up relatively fast. And James is looking towards center north. Miyagi is right here looking through this window at him. I'm gonna turn on this laser real quick. He is looking right at him, and there are the first shots. Now they know where they're at. There are 3 lasers pointed at James Bowick right now. Raider taking him down finally. Potato Bot coming in from the east, west. That's the west. Directions are hard, man. It's got a good line, but if the cover was smoke, I think they can get across the South Street and all the way up into center, burning at the cockpit pretty easily. They're doing a good job. They've got bounding cover. DMT gets some shots. Yep, Potato Bot takes DMT down. But Raider and Miyagi are now looking for him. Raider Raider making the same cross, getting Potato Bot though.
I got the guy.
Yeah, that was really a great pick.
Heal himself. There we go. It's 2 Mayhem down, 1 Legionnaires down.
I'm very curious to see how this play works out for Legionnaires, as they're all kind of clumped up. I kind of consider that as not advantageous, but
Well,
time will
Eric
tell.
is up in center burning already. Just creeping his way along. I mean, I've seen some super strong plays come out from teams where they run really close together. I mean, one good nade, yeah, could take them down, but that overwhelming force where they're running and yelling, so they don't even have to take their hands off their guns to make, you know, radio calls. They just yell at the next person. Works out really well sometimes, especially with a buttload of smoke.
Whiskey down at burning.
Defilade picking up Kagan and Miyagi trading with Defilade as well. Now there's only 2 Legionnaires left. Make that 1 Legionnaire left. Defilade, whoop, wrong key. Racking up kills from this side over here. Came all the way around from the north. Now it is Wookiee and where's the other one? Oh, there he is. Wookiee and Technic on defense.
yeah, they kind of have a very strong defense, I think, 90 degrees apart from each other. There's not going to be too many angles they're not covering, and boy, with it just being one person up against that, he's going to have a really tough time.
Nade coming out. Ooh, so close. Now, RX's best bet, I would think, would be to pop some smoke if he had any left and just make them panic.
Yeah, maybe a hard rotate, come from a different angle. They obviously know where he is.
That flash probably got Technic. I can't really tell. Maybe not, but RX still gets the kill.
Oh, and he's coming up the opposite side of the...
Wookiee didn't see him. He's got his tablet out. Oh, he got to hear Wookiee. He's got to hear Wookiee. He tried to get his gun up, but Wookiee came around the corner too fast. Mayhem takes another point.
He must have seen him cross.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he saw him or if he just, that was the plan when his other guy goes down. He just has to get there because, you know, a point's better than 2 points. So,
I mean, he had to have known he was roughly there. I mean, he's pre-firing coming around the corner.
I guess, but now we're going to see who can defend this north objective, which is not my favorite. By a long... This is probably my least favorite objective on every map in Onward. Although it is better now with the terrain changes on this hill behind roof. But, man, it is rough. Defilade's got 7 points, 7 kills so far, with the lead followed by Miyagi and Raider at 5. A decent amount of kills on both sides. Pretty well spread out.
Yeah, a little more even over on Mayhem than Legionnaires, but
I'm wondering if we're going to see a different lineup per map. I don't know. how other teams do it, but we've been playing where we have more than the 5 available so that we can swap people in and out based on maps, which is always good to have.
Oh yeah. It's always a good way. You just whoever's better on that map plays it.
All right, round number 5, still on map 1. If you're just joining in, you haven't missed a whole lot. It's been a lot of back and forth, and we are on round number 5.
Yeah, it's definitely been a back and forth match so far. It's very exciting.
Mayhem spawning on the south. Let's see if... I'm assuming that's definitely can pick up Arik when he goes to the roof here. Turn on the laser for a long range shot. Look at that. There he goes. That's James, actually. James taking down Eric on the roof. He is down and out. And the Mayhem spread here is much better, I think, than the last couple of spreads. Let's see if they can follow through with their approach this time. Legionnaires are all tucked in on objective. Real close. We got 1, 2, and 3. They've lost their forward defender, so there's nothing stopping Mayhem from crossing most of the map. Fly over here.
It's going to be another one of those rounds where it's really slow until it's not.
I do see a 203 on Wookiee's
Watch out. I think there's a guy on the
gun,
other
which is
building.
awesome. I just hope he gets to use it. He did call out a possibility of someone being in that wireframe.
Between apartments and...
I mean, that's always a possibility.
It is, but he thinks he saw one.
Yeah, I really don't like to hear those kind of call-outs, I think, or maybe. I definitely like to hear call-outs that are more definite.
Oh, I love yelling out, I think I downed him.
Alright.
And then I give percentages. I'm 70% sure he's dead. Rest of the team slowly pushing up on the east side. They're in a pretty straight line. I mean, they've all moved up together. Their sniper is now coming down to catch up to them.
And about 3.5 minutes remaining. They got all the time in the world.
What's really gonna, I think what's gonna affect this push is whether these guys on the east side, or west side, sorry, can get Miyagi down.
There's a good chance they can.
Should I grenade him? Get him? Should I nuke him? I'm gonna first Alright.
Raider moving in to help Miyagi out.
Potato bot moving right up on this west wireframe. Right on top.
Oh, he missed Miyagi in the headshot. Miyagi's gonna peek for him. We've got the lasers out. Potato bot pre-firing the exit right there, taking down Miyagi. I don't think he knows Raider's there though.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so
come
either.
on, push up.
Radar really missed the refrag opportunity there.
I think he's playing it smart here, waiting and letting them cross in front of him. You're not gonna look for a guy right there.
Yeah, I see him.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, but Potato Bot gets another one.
Down on objective.
Raider needs to make his move before the rest of his team gets picked off.
Is there someone behind us?
missing those shots, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm a frag it.
Ooh, Raider picking up Wookiee. Potato Bot trying to get him. Potato Bot does
There it is,
pick up
boys.
Raider. And
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
oh, that was it. That was the last man standing. I think they were
We missed
capping.
another kill.
I did. I missed it. I was so focused on this close range action on this long range map. Mayhem goes up to a 3rd point. Yeah, they killed everyone on objective. They probably were capping. I think that explains the sorry at the end there from Potato Bot.
Yeah, nothing's worse than killing the last guy when somebody has a free cap.
Absolutely.
But he was pointing a gun at me.
But if they didn't make the call out, it's their own fault. Now, you know, if you've got the call out that you're capping and someone kills someone, that's one thing. But if you're just capping and you don't make it known, that's another thing.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Because if someone makes it known, I'll just run out in the street shooting in random directions so that I distract people. I mean,
Either way, that was a close round.
it was very close. And like I said, we're only on map 1, people, so there is a lot more back and forth that's going to be happening probably. I don't really see any map choices that are going to be like super one-sided between these teams. I think they've both got well-rounded experience on all the maps, so you should definitely get your friends in here and kind of show them what Onward's all about. The more the merrier.
All right.
I
was thinking I could fit right in here.
Round number 6. Map 1.
I don't want to get
Raider
I don't wanna get
spawn.
east.
Do we normally see this spawn on this objective?
I mean, this is a good one on this objective. Really depends on how you want to play it. You got to be super aggressive if you're going to make use of that spawn.
I just don't feel like we see it that often.
I feel like we don't see this objective that often in general.
That's true.
They did remove this big rock on this north wall here, so there is nothing to hide behind, but Deathblade's coming out anyways. Takes down Kagan. Does not take down Raider.
Yeah, it was a very nice refrag. And James just called out the overall approach, so they're more than aware of what general direction everybody's coming from.
Legionnaires does have a good spread. Meowki picking up James, though. They've got, like, every corner. Oh, DMT gets down by Technic, though.
Yeah, they were right on top of each other.
Technic goes down on from going back to the roof after killing him. Definitely should have maintained that flank and just pushed around towards the trucks there. There's 3 Legionnaires left. I only see 2. Where's the 3rd one? There he is. Eric is down in the roof courtyard, just creeping up. 2 members of Mayhem, both on objective. Potato Bot is super exposed here on this position. I'm not actually sure. Wookiee crossing back for some reason. I have no idea why. And there goes Potato Bot. That was the fastest round we've seen.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it was. Just back and forth, point for point.
Legionnaires tying it up, getting 3 points. the last round, final round of quarantine. Who do you think's gonna take it? You said Mayhem earlier. How do you feel about that prediction?
I feel really good. They've been going back and forth, point for point. There's no reason they won't keep on doing that.
Has it been defensive points or offensive points though? I can't. It's been both.
I think it's been mostly defensive.
Well,
If it's been back and forth, it would be.
Well, that last
defensive
one was
points.
offensive, so at some point someone else had to get an offensive round, right?
Oh, maybe I got it backwards.
I don't know. Chat will let us know.
Yeah, they'll correct it.
But it is the last objective. This is the glass building tank courtyard objective, whatever you call it. And Legionnaires is on the defense. So you think that Mayhem is going to be able to take an offensive round on this objective?
I do.
Alrighty.
I do.
Let's see.
If nothing else, for consistency's sake.
And let us know, chat, how you think this round is gonna end. Round 7, map 1.
And then I need a guy watching south. I could go inside. Yeah. Do you want to do that? Wait, can you? No, it's too far. Too far, Miyagi. Can you? Or just whatever.
It does not sound like Legionnaires has a solid plan when they start this round. James picking up Kagan. A long-range shot. Raider getting up at the front of this tank courtyard. Very aggressive position.
And we have Potato Bot and James up on the center burning building.
Definitely picking up DNT on the roof. Throwing a little confirmation frag out, but he is down and out. 5 members of Mayhem still up. 3 members of Legionnaires at this point. They are, I was going to say in pretty good positions, but at this point, Eric is just standing out in the middle of the North Road. Well, not in the middle of the road, but like in the open on the North Road.
Hey, that grenade air bursted. You need to get one deeper in.
Yeah, do you want me to check it, Potato?
Yeah, check mine.
Little grenade trade coming out here. Potato Bot letting James get ready to cook and throw his. Here we go.
One turbine, left side, turbine, left side.
A little too far.
Yeah.
They
They've
did.
thrown 2 grenades onto that spot now. One was a little overcooked and one was too far.
Yeah, he was supposed to airburst it, so he failed on his attempt there. But still a good grenade. They've still got 5 members up. They called out Eric on the turbine. Technic picking him up from the south wing. Wow. And now there's only 2 members of Legionnaires left.
How close can he get?
And Miyagi is now rotating back from his little turbine garage. No, he's looking for the south guy.
He could have an angle on, who is it here? From the south wing. There it is.
Technic
There it is, on
downing
the radar.
Raider. And Miyagi's getting shot at from the roof, so they know where he's at. And I'm pretty sure as soon as he keeps moving up forward here, this is either going to be a cap or the guy on the wing is going to shoot Miyagi in the head.
Oh, yeah.
Cap coming out. Cap, there we go. And Mayhem takes a 5-3 win. You were correct.
Miyagi like ran to the south as the last person.
I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was trying to get killed.
Maybe. And thank you for the bits, everybody in chat. We definitely appreciate that. That was a really good map.
It was. I am a fan. I'm a fan of how that played out.
You know, it was 1 point, and then a cap at the end. I mean, you don't get any better than that.
And now we have map number 2, which is cargo. some close, quick action. We'll see how these teams play under different circumstances. Much closer to each other. Basically can't use your radio without giving away your position. I mean, it's definitely a different feel. I think that Mayhem has this one as well. I think that they've got a better standard of communication, I want to say.
Yeah, I would definitely say that this is like the opposite map from Quarantine.
Yeah, it's definitely not a night map like I was expecting, and it's not Bazaar. Maybe we'll still see Bazaar. We never know.
We could.
But it'd be even better if we saw a Bazaar night. I'd be super happy about that. If you're listening or watching Phantoms and Big Red 1, if you play night maps, I will be super happy. Everyone is in the lobby. I think the teams are going to be using their planning stages a little better because there was a couple of spawns on the last one where it didn't sound like the plans had been all the way drawn out. The confusion on who was going where and how far was too far away from objective. So
yeah, nothing's worse than spawning in and being like, okay, let's figure it out now.
I mean, it's doable if you have like general basic plans, right? Like you've got an idea for each spawn, you just don't know which one you're going to spawn at. So you spawn in and you go, okay, here's what we're doing. You're going here and here and here, and you all know it. But to not have any plan is a little rough. I mean, sometimes I like to play like that. It depends on how I feel. Because I am
way the wind blows.
I am
day.
very good or very fond of the fly by you seat of your pants kind of mentality. No strats, best strats, if you ask Danglers or Blaze.
So how do you feel about this objective? I definitely feel like this is the most capable objective on the map.
I don't know about... Yeah, probably. They're all really There's a lot of capability in Cargo. But we're just going to see how Legionnaires handles it on round number 1. Let's see if they can get a cap out.
And they're all dropping dead.
I won.
Well. In that case, yeah, it looks like we are short one member of Legionnaires. So we're just going to give you a little heads up. This is the objective. I've heard it called the triangle, but I don't really know why. Because it's not a triangle. It's a square, like the area it's in. I don't know. But the nice thing about it is when you throw your smoke grenades, right, they've got like a backstop. They can't go too far if you get them in there.
Right. Same with frag grenades.
Yep, frags and flashes. I mean, you just get them right above that objective and you've downed anyone in that area. I just pointed at my screen and did a search. I make hand gestures way too often for people that can't see my hands. I'm so used to the index where I can make finger gestures and people can see it.
It is a very nice feature of the index, I will say. The pinky and ring finger needs a little bit of tweaking though, because sometimes you just end up with gestures you don't want.
So it adjusts itself along the way. So what you're supposed to do is like tap, like what do you call it? Wrap your fingers like that. Like I don't know how to.
I can't.
I was trying to make the noise. Hold on. Like. Nope, my gate is not letting that noise come through. But basically, you have to like take them on and off individually for it to pick up where they're at and then it adjusts. That's what I've been told, and it seems to work. But yeah, with the index, a couple of new Pimaxes that have come out recently, there are some definite strides in VR technology, and it's great.
The other night on Tuesday night, I was at a live rave in VR. It was the most insane thing I've ever done in VR. The future is now when it comes to VR technology, let me tell you.
Yep. Everyone just needs to go watch Ready Player One and enjoy it. Go hop in some VR chat and then hop in some Onward.
Okay,
We're all back.
okay.
Let's see if they kick it off. I don't know. I don't think either of these teams have a shield or a designated shield player, at least.
Looks like Mr. Miyagi has a shield, though.
Round 1 on map 2. Maybe it is Miyagi. I can't remember. I thought it was Kitten Mittens that was their shield player, but maybe it's Miyagi.
Oh yeah.
Quit driving that face, my friend.
Oh, somebody already taking shots. Defilade crossing and getting shot. Made it across, though. Get those fancy lasers. James picking up DMT. Potato Bot picking up Kagan. Miyagi getting ready to toss a nade right at James's face. Little off to the side, man. So close. Almost in the container. Another nade coming out. That's a flash. That's a frag. Art coming around the corner. Fire. He got flashed. That's what I was like. Why is he just running straight? He got flashed. Oh man. 5 members of Mayhem up. 2.5 members. 2 members of Legionnaires up.
Yeah, I don't know who threw that frag grenade, but it airburst right over Miyagi. That was a great frag grenade.
Frag coming out. Oh, flash coming out. And then a frag. Not gonna catch anybody. Nobody in the center. That one, however. Oh no, Raiders in the building. Okay, you can see with these lasers, everyone, you can see what angles everyone's holding, and they're expecting people to come out of certain doors. It's very fascinating. Defilade getting a little aggressive, moving up slowly. Scanning. Watch his laser. He's scanning across as he crosses.
Yeah, it looks like Legionnaires have sort of taken the let's sit back and wait for them to get curious approach. Now that they're in a 2v5 situation.
A lot of check nades coming out. None of them really working, except for the one that downed Miyagi. All of the check nades have been a little off. But Defilade has a good spot here. I mean, he should hear anyone coming up on him. He's got a view all the way across the map, so all he has to have is someone covering the tunnel, and they've got the entire map covered. I keep flying too high. I'm pulling an Icarus here. Stay low. Kagan getting James Bowick. Kagan also running night vision. Oh, and he gets Defilade on a cross. Fast reaction there by Kagan.
I think he flashed himself there with that one.
I think he did too.
right, radar is starting to push up a little bit here in the east side.
Can't believe Technic missed him. Technic was watching underneath that door. I mean, you would have only seen feet, but still. I can't believe you missed him. Oh, Raider picking up Technic, and now he's looking right for Wookie. Potato Bot and Kagan trading. Raider getting Wookie, and Legionnaires make a comeback from 5 to 2 to... Wow. Some good, solid plays by Legionnaires there. So they didn't cap it. You think Mayhem's gonna try for the cap now? Who do you think is gonna win this one? You didn't actually give me my
No,
prediction.
I don't think I did. Boy, after that round, it's gonna be hard not to say Legionnaires, but let's use the equation I've been using.
I still think Mayhem has it.
Oh, Mayhem, no doubt.
Well, let's see what Mayhem can pull out in round number 2. Are they going to smoke it and just use Chaos and Mayhem to their advantage?
I mean, it would only be logical for them to use Mayhem.
I'm pushing.
I'm gonna pre-fire. I'm gonna pre-fire container 4. Sorry. 3.
Miyagi getting way up here. And Wookie missing him on the cross. Raider also trying to get aggressive on this defense. He's gonna get picked up. Potato Bot picking up DMT on the other side. Wookie taking down Raider. Miyagi is still there in the red container. And Nade coming out. Too far. 3 members of Legionnaires up. 5 members of Mayhem up. 4 members of Mayhem up. Wookie gets picked up by Miyagi as he rotates back. But that nade? Oh, man. It's a little far. Potato Bot picking up Kagan. Another... Oh, that's a smoke. That's not a bang-bang nade. Definitely Miyagi trading. Technic setting up a good smoke screen for him, but a little too late. Potato Bot taking down Eric, and it's all over. Mayhem takes their point.
In very short order for you.
Legionnaires got a little aggressive on the defense there. They were moving up fast.
That was more like a lot aggressive.
I mean, I'd count, it was only 2 of them. I'd say that's a little aggressive. A lot aggressive would be abandoning your objective and just running downfield trying to get kills. In my opinion.
I mean, right off the bat, that's kind of felt like what it was doing, what they were doing. But yeah, then they kind of did slow it down. It's okay. They got a little aggressive.
I like a lot aggressive. A lot aggressive is more fun to watch.
You know, sometimes that works though. I mean, just absolutely disregarding your objective and being maximum aggressiveness on defense, you could throw a team off that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to the point where they have to check their tablet because they don't know if the steps behind them are friend or foe, that's really, like, that's a mind game right there, right? You don't even have to get the kills. You just can run around and kind of scare them, and they all just, they'll freeze up waiting for you to come out.
You can even convince them to kill their own teammates at that point.
You could also do that. That is always fun. And I was playing some Cargo the other night. It was just me and another guy, and I was running around the map with the shield, and I would come up on him from the side, and he'd be like, how did you get over there? I had no idea you were there. So it's definitely doable on Cargo specifically to just rotate all the way around the map and not be seen. Let's hop into round number 3. A bad smoke from Wookiee there. That's a different C4 position right there. What do you think about that C4 position?
I don't see it. What's it?
Camera 1.
That is different. I think that can be incredibly effective if timed just perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, they know that there's going to be a shield and a shooter in that tunnel. That's a standard play here. These freaking lasers are so awesome.
They are pretty nice. Yeah, I'm fond of throwing the C4 up over the doorway of the tunnel, so that, like, right now, if I were to detonate it, I would take both of them out.
Yeah, I think that he wanted to get it closer, but he botched his smoke originally, had to redirect it, and then that was the closest surface that he could get it on.
But I've also noticed that people are starting to become aware of that tactic, so yeah, it's always good to change.
Deflating Eric trading. C4 goes off way early.
A little bit of a premature detonation there.
James picking up DMT, the shield's shooter. Did take a couple shots, it sounded like. Nade coming out. Oh! Oh, Miyagi is so lucky. That went behind. Man, someone clip that just so you can send it to Miyagi and show him how lucky he was.
Alright, grenade.
Flash may or may not have gotten Miyagi, I'm not sure. But Raider coming in and taking out Technic. Another nade coming out. Oh, a little short. James still trying to deal with that shield. Miyagi is just doing, like, keeping him confused. 3 members of Mayhem up. 3 members of Legionnaires up. Miyagi totally being able to rotate and having no problems here at all. There we go. James Boak taking down Miyagi. Potato Bot from the back takes down Raider. In a very far back position. James getting taken out by Kagan. And Wookiee and Kagan trading. And Mayhem are taking another point. Wow. Miyagi was doing so good with that shield. He was just like, he could rotate either way, no problem. Had people shooting at him left and right, but no one could hit him. And he gets taken down from a long angle.
I think he just sort of turned in a weird way and just exposed, like, one little appendage, and they happened to hit it.
Yeah, it definitely, I mean, I've tried playing with the shield, and it takes a lot of practice.
I can't do it.
It's also a little weird with the index controller. It's at a funky angle.
Yeah. How do you feel about the optics in the index?
I think it's beautiful. Absolutely worth the upgrade. Speaking of optics, I am not a fan of those new red dot sights.
I haven't even tried them yet.
I just tried it today, and I will never, ever, ever use it. It is rough.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Hollow site.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna stick with. If you are just joining us, we are, I'd say, halfway through our second map. Mayhem won the first one, 5-3, and we are now on Cargo, which is Legionnaires map choice. Nope, that's the wrong button. Not the scoreboard. I want gameplay. Round number 4. Here we go.
And Mayhem just laughing it up in spawn.
You're in position, Eric. One cross.
James picking up DMT.
I'll rotate.
It definitely feels like a little bit more of a slower progression.
That
round.
smoke is beautiful. That's probably my favorite smoke I've seen on Cargo.
I think the pipe sprung a leak.
That's what it looks like.
Another one.
Raider is sitting back here just calling out the number of people crossing. Oh man, that nade not getting Eric. These nades are just so close, but not working. There is a working nade and a confirmed shot. Technic downing himself.
A little overcooked there.
Yeah, he's down.
3 members of Legionnaires against 5 members of Mayhem. I think Wookie sees Kagan's feet and he's trying to hit him from under the... Yep, he was. Doesn't get the shots. Smoke's coming out. I think that there's going to be a cap gone for here. Raider picking up Defilade. Technic looking for Kagan, or Kagan looking for Technic in that smoke. He had to have heard him. Oh, Technic's prone and going to go for the cap in the smoke.
This is not going to work out well for him.
Oh, it might. If that smoke stays there. Right there. He can cap from right there. Oh, but Kagan sees him. I know he was super visible on the spectate screen, but I'm fairly certain that's not how it actually looked on in-game.
Yeah. If that smoke would have just been like 1 foot closer to Kagan, it would have worked out for him.
He was literally crawling in the smoke to cap. That was his whole plan. That's impressive. Wookie taking down Kagan. Eric picking up Potato Bot, and it's all up to Wookie now. And he is trapped in that little yellow building.
It's not a good spot to be in.
No, not like this.
Especially when you have 2 people trained right on you.
Oh, he had his chance. He could have gotten out. Oh, he made it. Wow.
And he's just gone from being cornered in one spot to being cornered in another.
It's just you and me, Eric. Try to stay alive.
Best advice ever given. Try to stay alive.
And now with this retreat, I mean, he can rotate around and come at a new angle. He might be okay. We can get this cross off.
Yeah, neither one of them saw him rotate out, so they really, at this point, have no idea where he's at.
Minute 52 remaining. That's more than enough time.
Gotta
Although
come out
not
that
all the
tunnel.
time in the world.
Yeah.
Now Legionnaires is going hunting for him.
Go a little too far, they're gonna miss him. Oh, don't go for it, Wookie. You could have just gone for the cap. Raider picks up Wookie, and Legionnaires takes another point. We are in a trade-off again. Back and forth. Some good plays there. The nades, I'm just amazed at the amount of nades that are slightly off, right? Like normally it's either a lot of really good long-range precision airstrikes or they just don't take nades at all. But these are like the worst kind of nades.
Well, on this map we have that chain link fence on both sides, and I think a lot of them have been like going up over that, or like going up on top of one of these little shipping containers or something like that.
Yeah, they're just getting stuck on like the worst edges of things that like deflect them or hold them in place, and just not going
Like
where they're
earlier
intended.
today, that one nade on tanker that hit the light.
Oh man. Yeah. Round number 5.
More killing.
It's always good to see that both these teams are having a really good time playing this match.
Again.
The Legionnaires are going to play this offense very, very slowly, except for Raider, who's pushed out on the left side. Eric and James trading. The red's going to come out on the Mayhem side. Eric, however, is down for the count.
Trying to figure out exactly what's going on here in the middle, that we have 3 members of Legionnaires all stacked up.
Yeah. I don't know, but Miyaki picks up Potato Bot. Technic now pinned, Raider taking him out. Another early C4. I don't know why he keeps setting that off. He's definitely close enough to hear people over there.
Yeah.
There are 4 members of Legionnaires up, 2 members of Mayhem on the defense. A nade coming out. Ooh, that's just a flash. Not gonna catch anything. Wookiee is in a very dangerous position here.
Yeah, if he rotates around this corner, he is just going to get wrecked.
Oh, he misses Meowgi. Definitely picking up Raider. Meowgi rushing in. Wookiee picking him up. The rest of them are rushing in. Wookiee trading with Kagan. Yeah, it's just DMT versus Defilade. 1v1.
Yeah, that was definitely impressive with everybody coming in on him that he was able to take 2 before dying himself. That was great. And now DMT is gonna dance with Defilade.
Defilade just watching the corner. He sees him. He takes him out. Mayhem takes their 3rd point. On cargo. Now, all Mayhem have to do here is kill them. They don't even have to worry about the cap. They've got 6 minutes to kill 5 people.
Or just keep them from advancing, but I don't know that has ever happened on cargo. Have we ever seen a round run out of time?
I don't think so. I would have
I've seen him
to
go-
check with the other casters. I've seen him go to the wire. I don't know if I've seen him run out of time. I know Noman's in chat. Noman, give us some more info on that.
Yeah, Noman.
Now, do you think that Legionnaires is going to get as aggressive with their defense as they did before, knowing that this is series point here for Mayhem?
They might. They might just throw it all out there and just say, let's do it. But probably not.
Round number 6. Yeah, I'm going to say this just to curse the teams, but the one thing we haven't seen yet so far are any team kills.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Just got to add some stress to the game. And we're seeing the exact same defense that Legionnaires had on this, the objective that was just on the other side of this container. So maybe Mayhem is going to be ready for it.
They're pre-firing your spot. Okay. Raider, watch out. There's 2 coming out town.
Lots of communication from Legionnaires about the positioning of Mayhem. But nobody... Oh, Raider and Potato Bot trade. They're both out. Legionnaires definitely opting for a wait and see, make them come and get it kind of defense here. Nobody's doing any crazy pushes. see if these smokes are good. That one is most definitely not. That frag, however, is and gets DMT down. Miyagi's gonna go for the res.
Yeah, I definitely think that the more conservative defense is a safer route when you're in this position, score-wise.
Wookie got taken out running up on the yellow room. I think he was trying to pop a nade through the door. There are now 3 members of Mayhem up and 4 members of Legionnaires. 3 members of Legionnaires up. It is a tie game. Checkmate comes out for that fire. Doesn't catch anybody. James picking up DMT. There's only 2 Legionnaires up. They're just slowly picking them off. There's the smoke, but that's not a helpful one.
Yeah, not particularly.
Have 3 minutes left, so we got plenty of time. Ooh, Kagan getting down by James and James getting down by Eric. Or vice versa. I think I read that wrong. Oh, that might cost them. They're not sure if the guy in yellow room is dead. And having to check that is going to be dangerous. That's not a spot that I would want to run into. And Defilade going down. Kagan getting a long shot across the way. Is all up to Technic now.
And with that hard rotation.
Oh, and a trade comes out. Legionnaires takes it though.
Ooh.
Once again, we're in a deciding round. Tied 3-3.
This is such a nail-biter.
It's not fast action, but it's close, which is great, in my opinion. I would prefer fast and close, but beggars can't be choosers. Now, this last objective is the propane objective. Okay, so I have seen Legionnaires on this objective. It was probably the most mind-blowing cap I'd ever seen. They rushed it in smoke with the shield player in front, and they had all 5 members of Legionnaires up, sitting behind the propane container, capping.
Oh.
It was mind-blowing. I have no idea what happened. So they're on offense. Let's see if they get aggressive. They're gonna have a shield player. They're gonna have smokes. Are they gonna push directly for the objective, or are they gonna try and go the long way, go through the tunnel, come out on the south side, and come around with a shield?
At this position in the game, I think they're gonna go for the risky move.
This is make it or break it. If they lose this, they lose this series. If they win this, they stay alive for a decider. Do you risk it all on a bold move?
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely.
Let's see. Round number 7.
Oh yeah, 1 second. Ooh. Sorry, I had to run and get the
Anybody
gold.
who's got that smoke? Somebody didn't have a smoke.
No, it's okay. You do it.
They do not have a shield.
Watch crossing on 3, okay?
A lot of free fire. Making sure that those defenders can't get over there. One did get across, however. 2, 3 across now. A ton of smoke coming out. Eric seeing somebody or something, seeing Potato Bot, trying to shoot him. Needs to watch it that his back doesn't stick out of that container. Eric shooting it. Defilade, a frag coming out, not making it where he wanted it to go. Defilade. Oh, he revived himself. I thought he downed himself. A nice nade going in behind there. Not catching anything, however. Let Wookie win is on the backside. Takes down Miyagi. Raider, however, comes around and checks him. Oh, it's Defilade. Eric trading with Potato Bot. DMT confirming him. 3 on 3. Technic downing and taking out DMT. Raider close to objective. Defilade keeps checking it. If Raider stays quiet, he might have a shot here. Kagan needs to be a little bit distractory. Raider's going to see Defilade there. He misses the shots. He keeps shooting, and Defilade re-peeks the corner and goes down.
Another down.
Oh, a nade! A dirty nade. Wow.
Got down by a grenade.
Just-
He's right behind the objective.
I'd say that one made up for all the ones previous.
That was just right in his face.
They're coming to double tap me. I'm known.
James getting a double tap. All up to
Now,
Kagan.
And I think Technic here is going to be the downfall of Kagan's approach.
Key doesn't seem to work anymore. I can't snap into the player. Nope. Does not work. Now, I have noticed that Mayhem, might be me, but they all sound very loud. Like, I've had troubles hearing in-game chat on some of the casts, but I can clearly understand Mayhem every time they talk. From a distance, too. So I feel like they're very loud. And I think if I can hear him, I'm in Kagan's first person right now. If I can hear him in the first person, I think he can hear him.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Got a good approach, though. If he can pick off the guy in the south and then rotate back to the north and come in, he might have a... Oh, he's giving up on that south approach. Oh, he's going around the other part of the south approach. He's looking right at him. He just doesn't know he's there. All he needs to see is a little bit of a gun or a backpack or something, and he'll know where that guy is. He should see the backpack through the wall. Oh. And he gave up his position shooting at ghosts.
Nothing's worse than shooting at a ghost.
And Mayhem taking the series. With a 5-3 and a 4-3 win, and now we are hopping into the third and final map.
Which is only for MMR.
Technically,
Maybe just a little bit of bragging rights.
and it is bizarre. We are
Hey, there you go.
doing my map now. However, Legionnaires can still technically come out ahead in points if they do well on Bazaar.
What do we want?
Where are we?
But
Mayhem is at, what, 9 points right now? And then
6 for Legionnaires.
Yeah.
So they could sweep this and actually win in points, but lose the series, which wouldn't hurt their MMR that much, I don't think. Although Mayhem is a silver and Legionnaires is a gold, I believe. So it might actually hurt them quite a bit to lose to a lower team. I think that's one of the things that does more damage. If you lose to someone below you,
It is worse, yes.
yeah, you definitely take a larger hit. At least that's what we've inferred from the seasons after season after season. because nobody knows how that sweet MMR code works.
I'm sure
Except
it could
for
be reverse engineered if somebody was
Dickin
dedicated
man.
enough.
I know a guy. Just hire a guy. We'll hack that site.
Oh, you don't have to hack it. Just, you know, follow the changes in MMR after every match.
It would be much quicker just to kidnap Dickin man and waterboard him.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
way more illegal.
Is that illegal in Canada too?
Probably.
Pretty sure the only reason that hasn't happened is because I think he lives in the middle of nowhere in Canada. That's what's happening.
We could just pay for a trip to Mexico and then do it down there.
Oh yeah, everything's legal in Mexico.
Yeah.
So to start off this round, we have Legionnaires on the defense, and we have the Kiot objective. I don't know. So Mayhem's won. Do you think that they're just gonna go big and go home and like straight up rush, try and get their caps, you know, get a 5-0 on this last one, or do you think that Legionnaires is gonna do that and it's gonna be all kinds of crazy and both teams are just gonna be rushing each other and shooting from weird angles?
You know, they both had pretty good spirits going into it. You know, they were all laughing and having a good time in spawn. I think they're not going to take this map very seriously. They're just going to have fun with it, get it over with, sort of a thing. But I don't think they're going to do anything stupid or foolish either.
We will have to see. Everyone is in here. We have no changes to the rosters, so the same 5 people have been playing this whole time. We are kicking it off. Round number 1. Oh, they cheated me. There we go. Oh. There we go. All right. Round number 1, map number 3. Or not. Someone's mic was having issues. Oh, and Mayhem shooting and giving away which of the 2 spawns they were in.
Do you always get the same spawn the second time?
Yes, if you do a reset, everything stays the same. Should be a quick little fix here. I don't remember exactly what I heard, but I think it was something about audio or mic not working. Round 1.
Once again for the second time.
Raiders. Do you want to push that back all the way there? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Where, who you side there, somebody.
Yeah.
I know what you know.
Could try that, yeah.
I wonder if they've played this since the latest update, because I think they're talking about a couple of spots to hide in that don't exist anymore. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaking their callouts. Raider in a good spot there. I've never actually seen that used. If he stays still, it's a good little west alley. Yeah, sure. That's what I'll call it for now. West alley coverage. Rest of the team, we've got 1, 2 on objective, 3, 4. So 2 on it, 2 outside it, and 1 in the far west courtyard area. Mayhem is just moving up now. Moving on up. Got 1 coming from the north side.
The 2 on the west wall, I'm sort of anxious to see how they come in and attack.
I feel like I would send, since they got over there with no Resistance, I'd have them go all the way north, and I would have 3 people from both the east and the west side of the rear of the Kiat come in. What was that? I didn't even see that nade. I just heard it. Back here making hand gestures again while talking and not controlling the cameras.
Looks like the one here getting a little risky there in Bazaar, throwing a frag in and all.
Ames is walking right up on Raider. Oh, and he runs right past him. Raider takes him out, headshot to the back. Definitely trading with Miyagi. The res is going to come out. Miyagi will get back up. Technic looking to get a little pick here. Takes down DMT with a headshot.
Upstairs key up was revived. There's 2 up there. Right side, east side.
Good call outs as well.
Yeah, Mayhem, with the 3 they still have up, are fairly well triangulated around the objective. Although, in the, what is that, the west courtyard, they're right on top of each other. Potato Bot and Rider.
Technic picking up another one from the same spot. Potato Bot and Raider. However, like you were saying, both trading.
Blue 6. I'm in
Hidden
blue
side,
6. We
he's down
traded.
2, we traded. We're both calling for help.
Blue 6. He's calling out to his buddies in blue. Hey, good trade by the way, dude.
Dude, that was awesome. You know how long I was
I don't know how.
They're congratulating each other.
Jesus. I was down there.
All right, his buddy's on top. He's on blue 2, coming down. Blue 2 courtyard. He's moving to pick him up.
Oh, wow. That was a ballsy confirm there because they were on top of each other.
Oh yeah, I have seen those go wrong before.
And now the last member of Mayhem, Technic, still in the same spot that he killed 2 members from. So let's see if that pays off. I don't know if I would have stayed there. But if he stays prone, I don't know.
He's gonna try to slither on up there.
Needs to get out of this alleyway thing that he's in right now and into the bazaar so that he's safer. I honestly think he can cap this. But he takes shots instead. Takes down Raider. And he's staying prone, so Kagan cannot hit him. He's gonna peek up. Oh, he can't find him.
Nice.
Prepping a nade. Is he gonna get it out where he needs to? Oh, a smoke.
One well-placed frag and he will be done.
All Technic needs to do is stay low. Oh, but he goes down. Kagan gets the kill. Legionnaires take 1 point. Just shrinking that scoreline difference right there. Now it's 9-7.
Whose pick was this?
This would have been Mayhem, I think. I'm not sure because there was confusion about which side that they were picking at the beginning. So maybe they deferred.
Okay.
No, Mayhem was just on offense, so they couldn't defer to take bulk. So yeah, I'm assuming it's Mayhem. Which, I mean, both teams are good at this map, according to the statistics. Mayhem has won 51% of their rounds, and Legionnaires has won 55% of their rounds. Technic doing the most damage here for Mayhem so far, taking 3 down with him and being last up. Now going into round number 2 on map 3. Mayhem on the defense.
Alright, so I'm gonna go inside green courtyard with you, alright?
Yeah, dude.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
Mayhem opting to put 1, 2 in on the same side of the upstairs, getting a little bit of pre-fire on them.
Inside bazaar. It looked like he was kind of ducking to where I usually hide in bazaar.
James picking up Kagan and stopping or slowing this west approach, because there were 4 of them coming up and they just kind of took out the lead and they all slowed up. Now nade coming out. Ooh, and it picks up Miyagi. Technic getting picked off by DMT. Potato Bot stopping that res. Oh, Defilade picking up DMT. Miyagi is just watching his friends crumble around him. Eric picking up James Boak.
Top left, second floor, bazaar.
Miyagi just giving out callouts now. Still doesn't work. Thought it was just me.
We got 4 up. Hey, you're down. Okay. Yeah, get ready to go down when he comes up, or when he comes out of here. Hopefully they traded, but no, he didn't trade. Still got 1 ping 2.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Potato Bot's giving out false information here. Eric reviving Miyagi, however.
Floor upstairs.
The smoke is going to give their position away, and those 2 people in the top floor of the kiosk are going to be ready. There's a good amount of smoke, though.
He might be taking up through middle bazaar.
Wookie picking up Arik. Eric, Arik, I don't know. However you say it. He did. Miyagi picking up Wookie, though. And now there are 2 members left, Defilade and Potato Bot, hanging out on objective. Let's hope they don't shoot each other.
I'm upstairs, I can't get out.
Oh, Potato Bot taking down Miyagi. Mayhem taking a point.
I was just about to say it was doable too.
I am pretty sure that Potato Bot was just spewing out misinformation. It was just an entire misinformation campaign the whole time. Oh. I broke my overlay. Oh, I can't see what's happening. There we go.
Oopsies. Do you think this map's gonna go back and forth like the other two have?
I mean, I think so. At this point, I definitely see it happening. We are now on the... What side is this? The east side. East courtyard objective.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a tough one to defend. Like, when you're down to, like, the last person, ooh.
Yeah, when you're on the last person on this one, man, you got to be, like, you know, just booking it. You can't cover all those angles. You got to be running around. Here we go. Round number 3. Look at those boys cross the street. It was... I can't actually tell if it was the quick spawn, and I did not look when they spawned.
I think it was, but they headed south anyway.
Raider and Potato Bot gonna meet up right here. Nope. James Boat and DMT do meet up. Potato Bot taking down Miyagi as he crosses into that front room. Now is he gonna get the guy on the stairs? He does. Raider goes down. That's 5 members of Mayhem up. 2 members of Legionnaires. They have gone down. I can't say that joke on the air. Never mind. Potato Bot taking down Eric. And he's been doing some work. That's what, 3 kills for him now? Kagan
Yes.
trying to pick him up. He can't get him. And 4 kills. Potato Bot just wiped out the entire team. Wow.
I'm going home, he says.
I mean, he definitely... Wow. And that's not the spot that I'd be worried about on this objective, you know? Like,
No.
it doesn't have a line onto Cap. So... You don't have to try to kill him. Why go out and get into his line of fire at all, you know?
Not after he's already taken out 3 to 4 of your teammates. I mean...
Yeah, especially then. I mean, last man standing, and he went out into the bazaar to shoot up into a doorway, which is just a terrible angle.
In all fairness, it all happened so fast, he probably didn't even know he was the only one left.
That is true. He probably did not know he was the last one left. So let's see. So the Legionnaires, or Mayhem just took it on offense. Now they're defending it. If they take this, I don't know. I guess I think it depends if they get the quick spawn or not. And I thought it was weird that Mayhem didn't take advantage of that quick spawn, really. I mean, they sent, what, 3 south? 2 south? But
yeah, I think that was like a plan B. Like, they had the 2 up top that did all the work.
yeah,
And
but
they had
the
plan B
one
go
that they
south.
sent to the north got everyone. Yeah, it's very impressive. All right, so here we go. We're in round number 4.
Yep.
We go. All I'm saying is this can't go to round number 7 because we don't have a graphic for map 3 round 7. So it can't happen.
in
Can't.
that bank. What are you dunking up? Hey, did you know that you can shoot a gun? Wait, what?
No way.
Wow, you guys are.
Legionnaires not getting the quick spawn, but opting to go north anyways. Looks like they're going to send 3 on the south side of the bazaar. And then, well, they're going to peel off. They're going to go up into the west approach, but 1 is still on the south. Wide out in the open. Eric just standing up here. I know he's got a lot of cover through the bazaar, but that's still a pretty exposed position. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable there. I mean, all he has to do is crouch down and move a little bit to the left, and he's protected from the bazaar. He's just waiting for someone to cross south, and no one is, so he's going to move off that position. Mayhem
Where's
just
the
having
three?
straight up conversations. Technic downing DMT. Miyagi now knowing that someone's in that northeast building. And Kagan also in the north street, in the middle of the street, however. Not the greatest position. And Raider also. They got 3 guys on this north street now. All deciding to move up to the position that they just watched one of their friends die on. Kagan rotating out, going north. Raider doing the a lot of pre-fire coming out of the guy doing the Onward Bernie. Wow, Miyagi just rushing in on Technic. Raids with him, and he was booking it, pre-firing and everything. Now, they've got 3 members on defense in the east market, but they've also got to worry about Deflate over there on the far east side, because he could do some damage if they try and cross the east street going south and then come in from the little the Humvee side versus the north side. C4 going off. Raider throwing a little smoke in here. Super unhelpful smoke going directly into the wall of the building and not covering anything. Looks like he's looting the corpse here. We've got Raider. No, we've got Kagan checking the northeast corner. I think they're all going to loot bodies now. They've used up their utility. Raider running. Where's he going? Deflate. I think Deflate heard him. Defilade missing. Raider now going for Defilade. They're just playing cat and mouse here. Defilade getting Raider. Oh, and saying sorry and confirming him. That's like the worst way to die. Kagan, however, gets Defilade, clears out this east approach. And how many we have left? 2 Legionnaires, 3 members of Mayhem. What's this guy at?
It's like bizarre.
Creeping up slowly.
He's gonna be working his way to you. Get ready.
Now, they are all focused on Raider. And Potato Bot has been talking very, very loudly. So, Eric here.
One's in the east. Wookie, he's dying.
Kagan picking up Potato Bot. Eric is going to shoot James Bullock in the face, and then he's going to whip out his tablet. Nope, Wookie's going to pick him up.
All right, 1v1.
Kagan knows exactly where he is.
Says, I don't think Wookie knows where Kagan is, but Kagan definitely knows where Wookie is. He sneaks in there. He could definitely get a good shot on him.
Wookie. Oh, he's making me so nervous every time he goes that way. I think he's gonna run through there, and he does. He checks it.
Oh.
What is he? He doesn't even have his gun up. He just threw a flash. Oh my God! The pre-fire. The blind fire.
Oh,
the
he's empty.
pistol. Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with this doorway? Can't fucking shoot.
Man, that flash worked so well. And then the blind fire coming out. 9 seconds left.
They were just shooting at everything but.
Wookie has
Yeah,
5,
there's not enough
4,
time.
3, 2, 1. Oh, Legionnaires run out of time and Mayhem take it. So close. So close. I didn't even realize how much time was left.
Neither did I.
Mayhem up another point, and they are finally starting to run away with the points here. Man, that was good.
Yeah, it was a really good round.
Where is this next objective? Here we go. We have ice cream truck objective next. And Mayhem is on the offensive, so let's see where they spawn. What would you do? Would you rush it, or would you just try and get those picks? I mean, you only need 1 point to win.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't play around with it. I wouldn't take all 6 minutes, but I wouldn't run in like I had no care in the world either. You know, I think I would, you know, go down the west side and kind of loop around the back and do it up that way.
I know, I think my favorite approach to this is straight through Bazaar. Lots of smokes, lots of suppressing fire. Not the most effective approach, but it's definitely my favorite. It's the most fun.
Oh, they're teasing us with that timer again.
No.
I think we gotta practice more. Northeast spawn.
Round number 5. Here we go. Legionnaires have high spirits still for not being in the command of the series here, which is always good. It's always good to keep your spirits up when you play. It definitely makes you play better. If you don't, don't get down about getting shot or losing a round or two. Hate about looking for that early pick into the blue room from the north side of Bazaar. One of the reasons I personally don't like Bazaar is I am not tall enough to look through most of these windows, so it kind of does not play well to my stature.
Well, it's unfortunate.
It is. It really is. But I can get low enough to hide behind anything, so there is that. That's always fun. Technic here, just proning up. Look at that new animation. Look at that booty.
So it looks like these two in the southeast are going to be able to make their approach fairly unimpeded until about the midline.
Yeah, it appears that Legionnaires have hold up in the objective area. Definitely don't want to leave anything to chance here. I don't think they want to lose this last one. I think they want to keep playing. At least, I mean, they lost, but I think they want to keep going.
Yeah, they're definitely not ready to throw in the towel yet.
I've not seen this defense here from Legionnaires. They've got Kagan, Eric, and Miyagi all crammed into this one room watching different angles.
It's south, it's south. I saw one.
Did get shots on the defilade, so he had to heal.
Smoke west. I can't see if anybody's crossing.
A slight adjustment to their defense here, but smoke on the west side is drawing attention. Smoke's all over. Basically, they still don't know where everyone is. They're having to look all over the place. Technic here might actually be able to walk up to the objective building. I think he's gonna opt to sit and wait and see if Raider pokes his head up on that window there.
Yeah, that would be a safe assumption that somebody would be in that spot.
I don't know. At this point, I think I would try and go for a cap, like a sneaky cap, you know, 5 up, demoralizing cap, right?
I mean, is there even an approach angle that they could go for?
No. I mean, I've seen it done.
Maybe with some smoke and an LMG. But short of that, I don't think it's going to happen.
I think they just called out that they are getting ready to pre-fire and suppress. Here comes more smokes. Potato Bot downing DMT, and that's opening up a large hole in the defense. Technic's gonna creep across here with the smoke in hand. James shooting from the backside, getting Kagan. Miyagi downing him. Defilade downing Miyagi.
I mean, if you're radar, you had to have known that that smoke slowly got closer to you.
Yeah, but now he's got to watch for someone to cross that, and all that sound covered, he can't hear Technic climbing up above him. He's gonna have to peek out. Potato Bot crosses the street with the last bit of smoke there. He's in blue room. Raider's the last man standing. I mean, I think they're gonna try and go for a cap here, but a kill is just as easy. Technic's above him, waiting. Got Potato Bot in the blue room.
If they laid on that LMG, give him enough sound cover, he could do it.
They could cap from anywhere right now. His shots come out, doesn't catch him. Oh, Potato Bot goes down. Technic's looking for him. Raider's gonna come around the corner, and Technic's gonna shoot him in the head. There we go. Mayhem takes the last point. Final score 13 to 7. Mayhem winning the series in the first 2 maps and continuing on to take Bazaar all 3 maps, taking the what I'm going to assume is a big chunk of MMR from the higher ranked Legionnaires. That's a great win there for Mayhem.
That was a very impressive win. I mean, it was just neck and neck, back and forth the first 2 maps. And they just kept chomping away at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was point for point. I mean, that's what we like to see. It didn't go into a 3rd map decider, so it didn't have to go point for point in the 3rd one, but it was definitely close all the way through. And that is it for us tonight. We will be back tomorrow. Let me get you those again. We were going to cast... We have the first casts plural of the day are at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Both Onward Master League 1 and 2 will have games going. If you want to know who's playing, follow us on Twitter at Onward Master League and get on the website and in the Discord, and we'll let you know all that information. And then there are late night casts tomorrow as well at 8 and 2 at 9. So tune in tomorrow. You'll have all kinds of Onward action. We will have Phantom's first cast ever, so there is that. Tune in for that. And yeah, that is it for us tonight. This is your caster Triple Nipple and your co-caster Xandria, and I am signing out. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you, everybody.